1 2 1 2. Love you, Divine Tarot, and you. Oh, happy birthday to the Geminis. Bless Geminis. Happy birthday to all our Geminis. Sexy Geminis. Oh, happy birthday to all of our lovely and handsome and sexy and intelligent, and don't forget the quick wit. Stand on their business, Geminis. Happy birthday is for you, and it's only for you, Geminis. Did I stutter out of my doggy some butter? Yeah, it's 2 days you ever don't have to worry about. That is yesterday and tomorrow. Why, Geminis? Because yesterday's history and tomorrow's a mystery. You got to stay on business and celebrate your beautiful day today. You heard me? In every way. Geminis, the higher realms want you to recognize that you are a massive key component to this whole divine plan on this beautiful divine planet, Earth. The higher realms want you to know your worth since birth, okay? Yeah, the higher realm said that word planet could be no other way. So you will know that you are planned, Geminis. The ET in that word planet stands for till the end of time, or the end of Earth's timeline. You guys are planned here till the end of time. A lot of you guys need to know that you have been living the ET life all your life. That means E, executing low vibe energy, T, and transmuting it into high vibe energy. Yeah. Some of you guys got that very rare birthmark on your forehead. Some of you guys, I'm hearing is next to your third eye. Yeah. I'm talking to my Geminis. Right now, the higher realms want you to know that you've been E, executing low vibe energy, and T, transmuting it into high vibe energy all your life. That means you've been living the ET life. Some of you guys, I don't know, something about a jewelry store. Somebody went in a jewelry store. Even for others, it was like a metaphor store, like a crystals store type of store. Somebody was going to steal from these store, and you guys talked them out of it. Some of you guys executed that low vibe energy in that person and transmuted it into high vibe energy. You saved them from a lifetime of documentation. You know what I mean? And the higher realms is commending you for it. All right, in every way on your beautiful day. Why? Because this really, impacted this person's life in such a way. Maybe a lot of you guys have seen how they did a lifestyle change. You were a significant key component to that change, okay? Because you executed that ET energy in every way. That particular day, that day, they remember, believe me, and the higher realms is commending you for it. Great job, Geminis. A lot of you guys, your birthmark is in your wrist. Like in your wrist near your the end of your palm type of wrist part, like right there where they take your pulse, that area. Yeah. And a lot of you guys have that funny arch in your feet. It's kind of like, it's an arch, but it looked like flat foot. So some of you guys had a flat foot arch type of weird feet. They go in like that. No, it's not pigeon toe what I'm speaking of. You guys know what I'm speaking of, who I'm talking to. You have the funny arch feet. Some of you guys had to actually get those special shoes too, because that could, have a lot to do with a lot of things. So a lot of you guys were born with that type of feet. Oh wow! Okay, I see some bow legs here in a way. I see some. I'm talking some bow legs. Some people who are bow legs. Yeah. Some Geminis, bow-legged. I don't know. The higher realms showing me different things here. I'm talking to somewhat of a left-hand crew, Geminis as well, and some ambi crew. Okay, some of you guys can actually, switcheroo. You can use your right and left for a lot of things. Yeah. So a lot of you guys also, the ones I'm talking to that's using both in the ambi, a lot of you guys were caught up in that time where they felt like they had to make you right-handed because you were born left-handed. I'm getting that as well. I'm laughing because a lot of you guys, I had to laugh. I'm laughing in the spiritual realm because a lot of you guys, like, the more I get older, the more you look like one of your parents. Somebody look like their parents are more older. That is funny. Some of you guys look exactly like your parents at your age now. Shout out to those who are 45. Shout out to those who are 47. Shout out to those who are 57. Shout out to those who are 27. How about that? Yeah. And shout out to those who have a 27-year-old. How about that? Shout out to those who have a 9-year-old, 2-year-old, 7-year-old, 5-year-old that's coming through. Always in your energy, and always somehow, in your energy. They're always before you. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting. Some of you guys, now this is a strong energy coming through of Gemini. Something about that one. It's like the teeth in the front, not all the teeth, but the teeth in the front has a growing teeth on that tooth in the front. And I don't know how to say that or what that can be because obviously I didn't study dentistry. However, it's a tooth behind the tooth and the front tooth, and their energy is coming out real strong in your read. If this is not you, Gemini, is somebody that's inside your read. They have that tooth growing in the top, in the front, behind the tooth. Yeah. So, they're in your energy as well. Strong too. Yes, indeed. All right, Geminis, let's get down with the get down. The higher realms want you guys to know that, remember this, okay? Life is our soul's mission. It's not a competition. And a lot of these people be wishing you can go in competition with them. The whole time they're in secret competition with you, you're not even thinking about them, but they're wishing, that you get in competition with them. That dressed up garbage can man. That other one that run around with the $500 hat on 50-cent head, always saying, hey, trying to lure you to their bed. All right, and don't forget now, they come in all shapes and sizes and flavor. So you have that one with all the degrees more than a thermometer, but then they always call you to figure out which way to shoot, right? So the bottom line is they are all in secret competition, in cahoots with you. Yeah. The ones who do not have the obsessive behaviors, they're in competition with you. Yeah, but that's not, your soul's mission. So I just want to clear that up. And it looks like you guys know that you're on a mission. Along your mission, the higher realms have placed a precious, priceless jewel inside of you. It's called your intuition. Geminis, if you trust your intuition, you can begin to see without sight. Yeah, because that intuition keeps you spiritually tethered to your beautiful spiritual GPS, which is the gods or guides or your God simply pointing you to your next level step of origin. The acronym for STEP is STEP, a solution to every problem. So you guys were fully loaded, knowing these things. Can you imagine your spirit fully loaded? All right? Yeah, knowing that there's a solution to every problem. However, a problem is something always, remember this. A problem is something that you create. Situations are things that happen. A lot of people don't have the wisdom to know the difference of that. People think a problem is when I say, hey, I like your outfit, and you say F you, and I walk away. Who would they say the problem lies with, me or you? But then guess what? The person who they say F you to is now offended, and they feel like it's a problem. The problem is only because they created it. See, yeah, that's it and that's all. If they create it, because the person already said F you and not doing anything, and it's up to you to keep walking and realize that's their problem, because I did my part. So what we do is we step back, and take a check. Am I a part of the solution? Oh, well then I'm the problem. Okay, yeah. So that doesn't have to go that way, right? Because I'm the problem now. You see? So if I say, your outfit look nice and you say F you, then that's your problem. That's really what it is. That's your sugar honey iced tea. That doesn't belong to little old me, right? Because I did my part. You know what I mean? So that thing there for today for you guys, Geminis, I don't know, the higher realms is making that come out so clear, because one thing about Geminis, and you guys please recognize always that the enemy is enemy. It's just like the word says. The enemy is enemy. Nobody can hurt me, harm me, or do anything to me more than I can do it to me. You feel me? That's where people really get lost and go wrong, when they point that finger one way and it's 3 pointing back at the other. It's like you always have problems all your life because that finger is out there. The only way something is truly fixed and addressed and arrested is when I address, the elephant in the room, which is always going to be me. Why? Because everywhere I go, I take myself with me. So Geminis, please be aware that the enemy is enemy. Yeah, because a lot of people, they go on up and down and worry about this, that, and the other, and then they get caught up in their feelings. You guys, feelings are not fact unless you act on it. I can feel like I want to bust you upside the head, but I can smile and say, have a nice day. Why? Because I didn't act on that feeling. That's why I say the enemy is enemy. If I allow what you do to affect me, there's something wrong with me. You better believe that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I hope you guys got that. And a lot of you guys may also need the serenity prayer as comfort. I don't know if you guys know it. Some of you guys do a small portion, but I want to share it with you guys. It's like, whatever you call it, however you call it, but we say God, Grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference, right? And what that means is, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, which is other people, how they feel and think and how they move. Okay. Yeah. And the courage to change the things that I can is how I feel, think, and move about anybody else, how they feel, how I feel about your move, how I feel and think, about your move. And guess what? The wisdom to know the difference. Does that thought even belong to me? If that's your move, that's your life, does that thought belong to me? Or is that me just causing strife, right? So that's what it is. It's deeper than that. But yeah, I want to keep it there. But that's the wisdom to know the difference. Like I said, if I speak to you and address you in a positive manner and say you look nice and you say F you, is that my problem? No, it's not. Because me having the wisdom to know the difference is I didn't say anything wrong. So I'm going to keep it moving. That's the end of that, because guess what? Somebody else may come back and say the same thing to that person. And that's that person's business. That's the wisdom to know the difference. Because a lot of people don't have the wisdom to know the difference. They're so busy cleaning somebody else's backyard. If they ever turn around and see the molehill and mountain of trash they have that can't even ever fit near a trash chute or dumpster, they will realize with their own eyes if they open them, So I don't know, that's coming out for you guys right now in this time. So you guys, please be up and aware on what that means for you guys, okay? It sounds like a warning, and the higher realms doesn't speak through burning bushes anymore. We're all glad, because the fire department will be coming out and everybody be coming in on the conversation. You like, shh, God is talking. They like trying to put out the fire, right? All right. So, since the higher realms don't speak through any burning bushes anymore, the higher realms found another way. Numbers, signs, and synchronicities. So know that you know that your birthright is your numbers, signs, and synchronicities. It's your birth date, expiration date, and all the little DNA codes in your body. Yes, indeed. So that number 5 for you guys is a fact that you guys are multidimensional spiritual beings, because number 5 is a multidimensional spiritual number. Now, that means that you guys are bringing positive change from every dimensional level onto this level. So shall you bring it, you shall receive it, Geminis. All right, that's what you guys pay attention, because you have to believe it as well. However, you are number 5. It's not by circumstance, accident, or coincidence that you guys are still alive. Not to mention, you grew up with a lot of change around you. Okay? A lot of you guys grew up with a lot of change around you. Like piggy banks, bottles of change, things of that nature. A lot of people did. A lot of you guys, your input means so much. Your birth means so much to planet Earth. You guys remember going to sleep and Earth was one way, and then you woke up, it seemed like everything changed. You went to your school, they all had this, that, and the third, or you went somewhere and you like, hold up, everything is what? What is, street lights got more brighter, things start being more like, anywho, you guys noticed the change overnight. Well, I want to tell you guys, this has been taking place ever since your birth. You guys are here to positive change the frequency of Mother Earth. You guys have that energy. You are meant to see what you see and say what you say. You're meant for this. This is what you're built for, to bring that positive change. So don't be afraid to, open your mouth and suggest when you go to these establishments, but I know you don't. However, but don't be afraid to address the right people in regards to the suggestion, because that's what you're here for. That's your life purpose. You know what I mean? Some people may put it in a book. You guys are the walking scenario of it because you volunteered to have this experience as well. You volunteered to have this human experience. You chose this dimensional level. You could have went this way, that way. You guys chose this way. You know what I mean? So it shows that you guys are also prayer warriors here with this number 2. A lot of you guys out there, if you know anybody that think that they don't pray, just tell them they are living prayers, and they're living, walking, and breathing prayers because they help somebody else. And guess what? Somebody else prayed that. And they're still living. Guess what? Maybe their auntie or their uncle prayed them to be living. You know what I'm saying? All the above. So please let them know that they are living prayers. Okay? And this number 2, your birthright number here, it says through the higher realms that the higher realms highly favor you, Geminis. The higher realms say all you have to do is look in the mirror. You'll see everything on your body built of 2. You got 2 feet, 1, 2. You got 2 legs, 1, 2. You got 2 arms, 1, 2. And you got 2 eyes. And they're both the same size. Oh, yeah, so you guys have the 2. All right? And the higher realms is saying that as sure as it takes 2 hands to form a prayer, whatever you guys are praying for is already right there. And you know how the Creator got a sense of humor. The Creator showed me that. Because the Creator not going to send you somewhere and don't have nothing there, right? So you guys are praying for things to be there. But however, we're praying in the spiritual realm for it to materialize, but we're all in the same realm, so to speak, right? Because in the spiritual realm, if you're looking, through your third eye, you'll see when I see you guys doing the prayer and you'll see everything right there. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of funny because it's like, yeah, you guys are walking the walk, so great job. So that's what that means for you guys, number 2. 5 plus 2 equals 7. So that is also your birthright number. Now, that means you guys are heavily connected to the 7th dimensional level of heaven. And a lot of you guys are meant to bring, I'm getting peace, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Powerful type of peace comes from you guys, because 7 is also a multidimensional spiritual number. You know what I'm saying? That clarifies that you guys are multidimensional spiritual being. And this is a number that the higher realms would say, expect nothing less than the best from your lifetime here. You know what I mean? And the higher realms also equate that number 7 with the Sabbath day. So the higher realms will also say at least get 5 plus 2 and your birthright number 7 hours of rest. At least get that so you can be at your best, okay? Because see, your body sleeps, but your spirit does not rest. Right? That's why you see people, sometimes they go to sleep, they're more tired than they wake up. That means that balance is off. There's a balance that's off. So what I see is some of you guys been balancing 5 to 7 hours of sleep. And some of you guys may even get 2 hours of sleep. That's what it's saying through your birthright number, how you guys are moving here. Also, your birthright number is 7. So, like I said, I broke that down to you guys with the 7 and the Sabbath day and the higher realms telling you guys that you will overcome all of these obstacles and realize success. The angels are happy with the choices you made in your physical form along your spiritual journey. All right. So you guys note to self, and realize that you will overcome these obstacles. However, you will be successful. So that's what this birthright number is. But because I've seen 2 7-7s there, that is also your birthright 77. And that is saying 7 plus 7 is 14. So a lot of you guys are a part of the 144 crew. That's protected as heck, because you came here to do a specific do, and a lot of you guys, like I said, you did volunteer. That's you. So 7 plus 7 equals 14, and 14 is abbreviation for the 144. So yeah, that's you guys. 77 is here, and it says that you guys have some internal fears. You don't have to fear, because you guys are heavily protected, because you came specifically here. It's very clear as a 144 peer. You guys are the 144. That's your birthright number. 1-4. The 14, the 7 plus 7. Now, your birthright in its totality is giving me oh my God, what did I just say? 14, I'm sorry. Yeah, your birthright in its totality is 5 plus 2 plus 7. That's 7 and 7. You guys, your birthright is 77, which is 14. You guys came to change the game for sure. You guys came, 1 plus 4 equals 5. Remember I told you? You guys, you came to change the game in every which way. You guys came for that. Great job, Geminis. All I can say is great job. And know that you're highly protected when you get that internal fear, because it sounds like unhealthy internal fear. And that unhealthy internal fear comes in only 3-dimensional levels. It can't reach your dimensional level per se. So a lot of you guys kind of bounce in and out. That's why you have that 2 in the middle. You can bounce into the 5th dimension. You can go into the 7th dimension. You could, so I'm seeing what you guys, your birthright is saying to me very, very clear. So a lot of you guys need to know that low vibe fear energy, it only can reach 3-dimensional level. Now you have positive fear, you have toxic fear. That positive fear keeps you alive, keeps you safe, keeps you not taking any strange risks. Okay. Now that low vibe energy fear, it only can reach the 3rd-dimensional level. All right. The first level is FEAR, which is false evidence appearing real. So some of you guys, recognize that people are saying, oh, this going to happen. Oh, that going to happen. Oh, this going to happen. Oh, that. And now you got a whole boogeyman. And the next dimensional level is the 2nd-dimensional level of that low level fear. It's FEAR, future events already ruined. So a lot of you guys trying to stay out of harm's way, you ducking and dodging, and you're not making and keeping appointments as so, because the boogeyman is there, because they already told you so. Now, the 3rd-dimensional level of that low volume fear is FEAR. F everything and run. And now you find yourself running. However, as you find yourself running, the real running is you're running from yourself. You know what I mean? You find out that you take yourself with you everywhere you go. So now they have effectively allowed you to embody this 3rd-dimensional level of this low-level fear. And now you're running here, running there, running from self everywhere. Right? So that's how that low volume energy can trick you into thinking you're, fearful. And I see that in your number 77. That also has a lot to do with internal fears, but it also has a lot to do with your life purpose. And your life purpose is that 7 plus 7, which equals 14, means you guys are one of those 44 people that's really here to do a certain do, and you're always protected by the higher realms. That's why you have nothing but five. Some of you guys got 5 to 7 letters in your name. Those of you who have 2 letters, it's like the 2-letter names. Those are what I just said. You're highly favored. I can't make it up. So it goes on. So just know that you guys, who you are and whose you are, and your birthright numbers and your messages through numbers, signs, and synchronicity. So a lot of you guys have been seeing 577 all your life, not knowing. And some of you guys have been getting paid with these amounts of numbers here and not knowing that it's your birthright. I can't make it up. Gemini, this is strange, okay? I see here, for some of you guys, you need to know that somebody you've been working together with, it could be business, it could be family, it could be all related, working together with. Somebody has sold their soul, and it came out to be somebody's sister. It felt like, and right now they're actually going through an ego death. And this is weird because it was showing me that's how it goes first. First, their ego have to die. Then they have to be scared out of their mind to leave. And then that will make them submissive enough to accept what they signed up for. Because I see that this person sold their soul. Yeah, somebody initial G. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. Maybe they were smoking heavy or something. I don't know why I keep saying smoking heavy. Well, it says that they were doing a lot of love spells on people. And I don't know if that equals sell your soul, but it sounds like it should, when you start messing with divine order. We were all put here by divine timing and divine order, and everything was divine as soul. And so this may be a way that they sold, but it's like they sold their soul is what I see to the devil. That's what I see. And then it goes into more of for people in concern. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that sister had like a significant other, and then that significant other and their significant other, they all hang up together to body shame you guys. Constantly criticize you guys about things, or criticize you about things and make little jokes of it and pretend like it's a joke. Meanwhile, they're not paying their bills, okay? You guys need to see them with different eyes is what I see. Maybe somebody else is paying their bills. They pretending like X, Y, and Z. And what I need to tell you guys is that the tall whites have been trying to communicate with you guys on a regular. They've been trying to communicate with you guys. Some of you guys who are tall whites do communicate with you. So be aware that you're getting that information. They are communicating with you. They may have mentioned this. They probably told you, hey, it's somebody in my family, a friend, a spouse, etc., that sold their soul to the devil. Pay attention to the red flags is what I see. Yeah. Wow. Somebody who was very unforgiving or something of that nature. Somebody who maybe you guys, they did something that is unbeknownst, painfully unforgiving to you guys here. And like I said, I see the G, and now I see initial D. So this D I'm getting Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, but I'm also getting Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy in the mix here. Okay. So this came out so weird today. I didn't even expect this. Cause this is really something. So you guys, if you're concerned about that sister, just know she's going to be unhappy. She's going through ego death, and her ego death is telling her she don't want to leave, but she already sold herself. She know that she sold herself, and she know that she's presented several suitors for you guys that wasn't right. Because of this love spell. I don't know. Maybe some of these people were sent to take your energy or something of that nature. I don't know what's going on here. But the higher realms are saying that they some of you guys shot down 4 or 5 or 6 of them, but she sent 7, okay? 7 suitors, within this time frame here, to date you guys. That's why, like I be telling people, stop thinking, too far-fetched, because, low vibe energy does this type of thing. You know what I mean? They will send somebody in, in the name of I love you, and it's a trap in this. And it's not that you guys got trapped. They got trapped because their time is up. And now they're scared to death. Because they didn't realize. Now, see, the thing that makes me laugh is you got people out here, and this is real talk. Now, this is what I know from, working this type of energy of life, and living this type of energy of life. It's like a lot of people are stupid. They're actually attacking people who have no karmic debt. Now, that's another thing that's funny. So while they're racking up their karmic debt, they're attacking people who who do not have karmic debt. Karmic debt is paid in full. So it's funny. That part is funny, And this part is funny where you're attacking someone who's part of the 144 and is fully protected. I don't care how many parties you got on board. Anywho, so the tall whites have been communicating with you all along, some of you guys. You know this. Like I said, they are different places, and their energy is very, very strong. You'll know. Okay, and they're all for the purpose of, what you call human nature. They're all for that purpose, to elevate Earth's frequency. Okay, basically that's what it is. So that's what I see, you guys, and I'm like you, because I was shocked as I don't know what. I'm like, wait a minute, the sister. I mean, you guys, your mouth gonna be wide open. You would never think that the sister would have stooped this low, but then when you think about it all the way slow, it's like, yeah, now you know. Now you know. And now here comes their ego. You guys probably haven't been around them as of yet to see this ego death, but they are scared to death to leave now, because they know that they decided, they made this decision to go. They made this decision. They were clear and concise with, okay, I'm siding with the below, right? That's it, and that's all. And that's when they start, being so miserable enough to do love spells. And that love spells, what they were doing was for years. Even if even if they hired somebody to do it, that was still the intent of it. You know what I'm saying? The thought behind that's why they say be mindful of what you thinketh. Because it's not that, the chicken or the egg came first. It was the thought, you see? So you got to be careful what you think in its entirety. So that's what happened here. That's what happened here is what I see. It was a lot of, heartstrings torn, a lot of, because see, once you do love spells, you're committing someone to death. You know what I'm saying? And people don't realize that when you start being with the wrong, energy at some point, you know what I'm saying? That could lead to suicide, death, disease, and everything else. Like what do you call, I'm not even going to say the different type of babies that can be born from that, but these people are doing too much. And that, because it's not in the plan, okay? So it's not going to come out as planned. You can have a dream all you want. I want to be with that millionaire. That millionaire is not supposed to be with you. Nothing good will come to you from that. And that's a real deal. It will always be a backbite. It will always be something that will take you out day or night. It will always be something because, you're trying to control what is already planned. So, I don't know. It looks as here that could be the very way this person sold their soul. So worried about which way love would go, like it's not enough love to go around. Wow. Okay. All I can say is dirty macking is cracking. That's all I can say. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about crackheading. Dirty macking is crackheading. Ish. Geminis, this is it for that person. I can't make it up. This person even created some alien enemies. You know what I mean? I'm talking real alien enemies here. Yeah. So some of you guys are now for this Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. Those of you who guys were in a relationship with a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy that may have body shamed you guys here and there, they were doing heavy love spells too. You know what I mean? And the tall wife was right there communicating that with you every time you were unhappy is what I see. Like I said, initial G is here. You know what I mean? And you guys saw right through, all the people they were hanging with here. It's like a party of four here. There's no third party. It's a four-party concern. So a lot of you guys with a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, and they were running through a couple by themselves or whatever. And and some of you guys are scared to leave, but you have to see this person with brand new eyes, or some of you guys see them differently now, and then it makes you afraid to leave, is what I see. The higher realms are saying, see this person with brand new eyes, because if you see them with the new eyes, some of you guys really see the ego death, but it's actually unseen, right? You can't see it at this point. But a lot of you guys are setting boundaries. Now, what you guys don't know is this person, because they were going through their ego death, that means they did not want you to be, exhaling either, okay? That means that they were like your greatest enemy of progression, okay? It means that whoever this is for you guys, like a spouse or a person that, you confided in, you were intimate with, and they did not want you to be great or successful. So a lot of you guys may need to recognize that boundaries need to be set at this time. And you'll know it because once you set a boundary, this person will go through an ego death and they'll try to make you scared to leave, but you already know what you know. You know what I'm saying? You know what they're about, so you have to really cut them off. And to cut them off is to cut them off and their persons, their friends. Don't let the friends call you either, because that's what I'm getting, because it's a four-party. So once you cut them off, they're trying to, make you scared to leave through these people if they can't do it themselves, all because they're going through an ego death and you set boundaries because you're trying to grow, all right? So, the tall white, they know. They right here. They see all that stuff. They seen all the love spells too. That's why I tell people in love game, no one wins, okay? Because love is not a game. And whoever playing the game should be ashamed, for real. Like I said, for a lot of you guys, that sister came through, and for others of you, it's your person, the Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy person who sold their soul, that, for a long time ago they did this. But right now it's different. They really have some alien enemies. You guys have to set boundaries. Something about to pop off, okay? Yeah. So you guys may want to be logical about, this person. This person said enemies around the board. They have enemies around the board. It's like around the clock. Because when I say alien enemies, don't flatter yourself, because aliens can be everywhere. All right? So the bottom line is, it is what it is. So these people better, well, I know they are concerned. Like I said, they're really going through it. It's just crazy. But they did a lot, to have the nerve to go through it. You know what I mean? They created love spells so they can body shame people, so they can talk down to people, so they can be, that extensive over the top one, just to make you look unhappy. They did that. They kept the love spells going so they can practically beat your A and you can still come back. They did all of this crazy stuff here. And then when they couldn't do it, they sent others, to try to lure you in so they can do it again and again, is what I see here. Like I said, I'm seeing Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. I'm seeing the initial G come out. That may be specifically for that energy. Okay? But you guys know where it fits. You know where it resonates. And you know where you need to set boundaries. Some of you guys need to set boundaries with someone of your sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, so they can experience their ego death too. Because a lot of you guys been around a long time, people that you that's quite frankly enemies of the aliens. All right, and I don't know what else to say. It's like the alien enemies. I don't know what they created that. I don't know what's going on with that, but that's what I'm seeing. And it's it's been a long time, and this person actually sold themselves. So you guys know who they are, and you see them with different eyes. And like I said, the initial is G. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy comes out. All right, you guys, that's what I have for you guys. And I'm going to get a suggestion from the higher realms, and then I'm going to get your money, and that's where we close. Let's see. Your suggestion from the higher realms, Geminis, is as follows. They're asking you, do you feel like you need to do all the work and fix everything for everyone? Or you might have no value at all? Maybe you think you need to control everything, or else nothing will get done. Ooh, be healed, be complete, etc. You guys may think you need to conform to what others expect of you, Geminis. You may think you need to conform to what others expect of you, or choose a course of action to manipulate an outcome. But we don't think that would be a good choice. Geminis, how about this? Even if it makes you temporarily uncomfortable, do something different. Set that boundary. Delegate responsibility to another. Ask for your need to be met. And when faced with an impossible situation or sticky, enmesh relationship. Repeat this mantra. I didn't cause it. I can't control it. I didn't cause it. I can't control it. And it's not my job to cure it. I'm going to say it again. This mantra. I didn't cause it. I can't control it. And it's not my job to cure it. Then carry on with your life. Feels good, doesn't it? The best part is everything just seems to work beautifully and honestly in the end. They love you so much in the higher realms. So the higher realms is telling you guys to set boundaries and delegate your responsibility with it whack. And basically the boundaries came out in your read as well, and why, to tell you guys why you're setting it as well. So Gemini, let me find out you guys out here people pleasing. A lot of you guys out here people pleasing. Let's get down to the money. Man, Geminis, you guys got sudden fortune. It may be due to a settlement. Some of you guys got unclaimed money that you're going to get, and some that you're going to get. And then a lot of you guys, this is unexpected money that's coming in. Some of you guys got unexpected amount of food money, like food stamps. Some of you guys got unexpected money to go into your bank account. Something to do with taxes, or for some of you guys, maybe an accident case as well. Wow, that's going on. And some of you guys, retirement money. Oh, let me find out. Yeah. I'm going to get you guys. Some of you guys going to get that casino. You're going to be gambling at the casino. You're going to win something, those of you who decide to. And I see that for your money. Yeah, Geminis, this is where we must part ways. If life, lies, and death pass, you will see or hear me again. Until then, Paulay, peace be unto you and within. 1.